Larry Kudlow thinks that we should be developing a smaller bill, Paul Romer. What do you make of that option of a skinny deal?
Well, I wish we'd had a chance to hear from somebody who was running economic policy for the country rather than somebody who was working on the re-election campaign of the president, because I didn't hear anything about specifics and actions that this administration is going to do or things it's going to push for. There was no serious discussion, even in his skinny bill, about how to make it safe for children to go back to school. He said we might give some money for schools, but there's no leadership, there's no action. And about like the question about testing for the airlines to make it safe to fly. They're looking at things, he says, but where is the action? And back in April, the Congress allocated $25 billion for more testing to isolate the people who were infectious and spreading the disease. Some of that money was given to HHS to spend, $9 billion of that. The administration didn't even spend it. As far as I know, they still haven't spent it. So they're just looking, they say, at doing things. And we know that this president has said very explicitly that he does not want more testing. So what is it that this administration, the people in charge of economic policy, what is it they're doing to try and protect the economy? I'll give you another example. Ben Bernanke, months ago, I think, again, back in April, said, and Ben is not a partisan guy, said that you have to help deal with the budget impacts at the state level, or you're going to make this recession much worse than it needs to be. Where is the leadership from this administration on making sure we don't see these massive layoffs at the state and local level? So just nothing.
So, Paul, I mean, putting politics aside, and I laugh when I say that, but trying to put politics aside here, some of the underlying data, some point to as being much better than expected, for example. Like, we haven't seen the kind of defaults cycle in companies. We haven't seen the kind of credit card issues and delinquencies that we all thought we were going to have. The housing market is killer right now. The auto market, killer, in a good way. I mean, you could point to those signs as if we're stabilizing much better than we thought.
Yep. So I think that we should give credit to the Fed for making sure that we didn't have a financial crisis. And they've intervened very aggressively and very effectively. And so far, we haven't seen, the kind of problems like with these collateralized loan obligations and so forth. We haven't seen the problems that we thought we might see there. And the Congress did pass some legislation that put money in the hands of people who were unemployed or just regular consumers. But those things are going away, and there's nothing left in its place. And to say we've come back from the worst shock that has hit this country in my lifetime, to say we've come partway back, we've dug ourselves like a quarter of the way out of the hole, and when we're getting out of the hole a little faster than we thought, that's not the same as saying that we're even close to back to normal. And as I was saying earlier, I think the trend is not even looking that positive. Mm-hmm. To have so many people still filing, like more than 1.5 million people filing for unemployment insurance in a single week, this is not a sign of a normal economy. It's not a healthy economy. It's not an economy with a surge of hiring and firms desperate to take people on. There are a lot of people getting laid off right now.